All right, let's go do. Let's go through with this. Of course, this is the moment that a fly would go on my freaking desktop. All right, timer is set. Priming timer, launching timer. All right. So where are we? Always forget. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. We have all this, and then we're trying to get it to print, so that way we can trigger it. We check that Gilda is indeed in the group called Gilda. Um, so we don't need any signals or anything sent out there. We did confirm that they are in the appropriate group. We did confirm that interact is exactly what we thought it was, or what we created it to be. The signal connection. I don't think there's anything wrong with the signal connection because that worked fine before. Whatever events, the exact moment. If the player is not present in not pressing the interaction key precisely at the moment. At the moment, the condition won't be met. That's what I had before is action just press, but I don't think that's gonna work. Is action just press? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. No. But if I actually change the conditioning, right, and I skip this part, I have this, I implement this, will it print? No Gilda. No Gilda. What I need is, so this isn't triggering in general. If I put it back in the physics function, that's not going to work because it needs a body. If I redefine the body as just any old kinematic body, 2D, well, I mean, I guess why say any old, right? Because we're trying to trigger it specifically. So if is get node, get node, and then if I can just grab this in here, maybe that works. On ready. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right, because we identified the body as literally Gilda. But if we identify the body as any kinematic body, 2D, and rather than saying is on ready, we take off the on ready. Boom, save, that should work, run, and now, how though? Because now every time I press it, but it's not colliding in the main scene with a kinematic body. Is that the rule? Or no, okay, because it's saying, is it colliding with any body? But specifically body, right? Like this is annoying. Let me go into the player, into the area, into the signal. I'll go into the documentation for you. Can't. And we're using what again? We're using on area body entered. So area body enter shape Grid. Body entered. Emitted when a physics body 2D or tile map enters. Alright, so actually that makes sense because it's interacting with a tile map. Is there a way to reduce it to only... I see exit. I need another one. Enter. Nope. Okay, yeah, the only way to do that is that. Alright, so specifics, right? Since this is just area, and body isn't going to really prove anything because it needs to be specific to, because it's either or. It takes in a physics body or a tile map. So considering it's an or thing, we should identify again that, okay, let's take away this body. Right, wait, do I need this? Let me just set that out again. Come on. I do need it in the physics function. Without it being in the physics function, let me just make sure that this is still the same. Without it being in the physics function, then we have, yeah, it needs to be in the physics function. Okay, so we can identify the body. Perhaps the body can be an array. So the body can be an array, and this array has a variable called Gilda, Gilda, which is equal to, or I don't know if I can do an onReady within it. OnReady var Gilda is equal to Gilda. I think this is how you create an array. Where? Where did you expect that? I don't know. Right, because this exists. It's here. You don't need to close it out. It's not a double parenthesis thing, right? This correlates with this. That's what it's saying, right? Let's take this out. Now let's say Gilda. Clear. Gilda. And nerd. Yes. Because we have not properly identified. Damn, I don't have a scene for nerd, I guess. Oh, I do. Oh, no, it's not a scene. Let's call him Tyler. Let's just save the time, right? Doesn't really matter as long as we... player. Both of these need to be on ready. Nerd. That's gonna be Tyler. And you know, actually, yeah, no. That's me nitpicking. Tyler. And Tyler. Okay, and then I'm gonna say print body. Null. Interesting. Why? Why is it null? Right? Because it can't be get node. And then say maybe I'm wrong. Null. Why is it null? Alright, let's make sure I'm focusing on the right thing. Our goal here, because we're taking an L on the dialogue being able to move right now. What we need to do is just make one actionable level. That's what all we need to do. That's minimum viable product in this jam that ends on Tuesday. So and I have today and tomorrow. So I need to slow down. What is the first thing I'm addressing? The first thing I'm addressing is the triggering, right? Which is here. But we were hoping for it to make this area body conditional, to say if it's colliding with. Oh, I'm not even using a tile map actually, right? On the main scene, I'm not even using a tile map. Yeah, I have this, which is nothing. And lock that in place. I'm not using a tile map, and yet it's still colliding. Let me adjust maybe the. Oh, but probably because of the second collider that's on top of it. So let's say hypothetically I move this collider to be, again, this is just hyperbolic, just way up there for the time being. And then I utilize the same script that we had before, which I believe should still cause everything to interact as it should. We'll cross these. It doesn't need to cross those out. We just should be able to test. Gilda. But what is it exactly colliding with? Gilda. This one not. So it's a way up, but I'm confused. All right. Player. Let's revert. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. That's fine. You need an area. First and foremost, you need your own individual collision shape. And that collision shape will be a capsule. This capsule will be reduced in size. And it'll be reconfigured to be pretty close. Doesn't need to be perfect. Should actually expand a little bit beyond. And then we'll keep it there. Now that we have that, we'll test that the collision works, and it does. Yep. All right, and because it works, we can now go into the second thing, which is the area. So we are attaching an area body to D, and it needs its own collision shape. And here it is. And we're also going to identify that because this actually is going to say it's going to be the convo area. And then convo collision shape. And it's going to be a interesting. Can I reduce the scope a bit? No. Wow. Oh, interesting. Like how it's like 3D in that way. Interesting. Alright, anyway. Again, little sidetrack. Alright, let's change the shape to something reasonable. Straight line is not ideal either. What we need is just a general collision shape, right? It should just be here's a area, and obviously going to adjust those values. Actually, let's just reset this, right? And then set a circle and set the radius to, I don't know, 2. Let's say 1.2. And why is this circle weird? Maybe it's not proportional. Oops. Reset the radius. Change the scale. Reduce the scale. Reduce it again. Move it. I think that's fair. Alright, so we have the actual collision shape, which we already tested, and then the convo shape, which is here. And again, in the convo shape, we're going to say that if body entered, and then there's body shape. Body shape, emitted physics body, blah blah blah. Shape, tile sets, blah 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 blah. But what we're looking for is shape. What we're looking for is not this one because it takes in a parameter of body, rigid body, when I think all we care about is this. Like, it seems far too specific. Alright, so let's stick with this as we had before. Here it is. Convo entered. We're going to take the same bed here. We're going to take that here. We're going to bring this over. And we're going to boom. So, alright, and then saying if body, and blah, 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 blah. This is not right, so it needs to be boom, 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 boom. Oh, whoops, actually, should not be inside of an area. You need to be boom, boom. 31. Yeah, it doesn't exist. And I was like, I know, bitch. And now, how do we identify? Oh, the body is these two. So, does that still make sense to do? Do we? I think it would make sense to have an array of rigid bodies, or sorry, an array that takes in the nodes that are the player, or that is Tyler and Gilda, and then saying if it's this one, then do this. If it's this one, then do this. And perhaps we can identify it as Well, I think we can leave it at that, honestly. So, but when we start the scene thus far, let me make sure there's no other errors here that may be impacting that. Idle, idle, I guess doesn't exist, so maybe it'll give me the options of animations that are available. No. IDEL. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then if I go to the animation player, maybe that's the problem, is that I'm accessing the animation player rather than the animated sprite. Yeah. So let me do this. Let me do $animation sprite dot play idle. That work? I think that works better. All right. And then we're gonna print the bodies, and the body we have in two different ways. The get node, they're both on ready. They both return null. What was the thing I just put in? Oh, yes. So we can see that the idle animation is indeed playing. So that's good. At least there's that. Add some life to the scene. Let's do the same for Gilda. Just move this the tiniest bit forward. Let's add a little bit more life to this shit. Obviously, it wouldn't be on ready. It's going to be circumstantial, but nevertheless, this is going to work just fine for right now. And the same for Tyler, no doubt. I was using the animations thing when I should not have been. Oh, Tyler doesn't even have a script. Let's add one to you, Tyler. And of course, we're going to get rid of all this. And again, we're going to do the same thing of just accessing the animated sprite. I'll just click and drag that over. I'll press play, and default is its a name. So now everybody got some action going on in here. All right, so now we're good with that. Adds a little bit of life to everything. Now that we've added the life, let's go back to, again, the main focus, which is the player collision. So when we run this, and I think I again solved this problem, right, get node, guild, what's wrong with this? Node not found. Alright, so let's make sure that this excerpt is correct. So boom, and it looks like it's can only access what's within this scene, which makes sense. But we are identifying a new node, so I would imagine that this would work. Bam, nope, there, and cross you out. And now that we're good there, right? Yep, good. All right, so Gilda, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's all set. We're gonna do this, and they both still return null. When are we retrieving this? We're at the very start, but on ready is here, so I'm not sure here. If okay, so let's use our assistant. I'm trying to access or create a var that will take in a var array that will take in two nodes for reference. Here is this. 24 minutes already? Wow. That's crazy. Okay, that's not right. Let's go back. Let's Control C this. go around, do this, and already present. Already present. We would use preload. Okay, gotcha. So I was wrong on this. What? Oh, and then we wouldn't use get node because that's not right. That's the problem here. Oh, I'm silly boy. Boop 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 boop. No. I'm not adding her to the scene. That's the thing. So this is the same. On ready var ba is ba. On ready var Gilda is preload Gilda. On ready var Tyler is Tyler. And with the preload. Correct? Correct. So, and then the body is equal to this. Which, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't need to have it separated in such a way because it's just a single line. I need to complicate it. And I don't want to instance it. That's not what the goal of these two were. As we have if body, then Gilda. Okay, so yeah, see that's the problem is that I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing. There's no. Here, let me go into the player again. Right, it has no other things. How do I like zoom? Focus. Focus. Oh, there we go. Now I have these. I have the convo area, I have all that. And I did connect the signal appropriately. Okay, I don't know why you're being a butt about the signal right now. You're being such an ass about the signal. Signal goes back to the player. Here it is. If body. Oh, I don't have it in. Oh, I do. And body is identified. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Review the following. What exactly is happening? Let me make sure I understand. Right, because it keeps coming up as Gilda, like when it's like, it's only, maybe I'm misunderstanding this function. Which again is what? It's body entered. Body entered. Body entered. Jesus. Hoping that draws their attention a bit. Still, I don't see one of those sons of bitches in there. The physics body. And how do we identify a physics body? Is, oh, a canvas item. Okay, so like hypothetically, just to test out that I'm 90% sure I'm right. Move all this. Run the scene. How? How is it Gilda? How? There's literally nothing around. What is it colliding with? This was like a this was like a no shit test, and it still didn't do it. But this is important, obviously, because I need to be able to have the player talk to Tyler and talk to um, Gilda. It starts off with the dialogue with the friend, but which we'll expand on, but I'm not sure here. I'm not sure. All right. I need to think, and I need to think well and execute well. Gilda. Why does it keep showing up as Gilda? Again, well, let's do this. Let's do, again, we're going to move the ice cream shop again, but this time we're also going to move Tyler away from where he is. We're going to, or the player, away from where he is. We're going to press play. These still show up as null, but every time I press space, it shows up as Gilda. Now this is confusing as, this Gilda should only pop up if body, so it should be interacting with a physics body, and the input is space. I just don't understand. Yeah, you're right. I do not want that. Okay. Misuse of when on convo is called due to the signal, and the body parameter should reference a body that entered the area. However, in your code, it's this. We created an array. Okay. Can move, can't move. Those are important, but those are not going to be utilized right now. So let's just cancel those out of the equation here. Um, do, 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 do. Um, I'm gonna take this in particular to see what if. Oh, why is Tyler a Tyler is a script, not the scene of Tyler. So that's also doesn't help. Tyler is a scene. Okay. Tyler is a scene. Well, let me. Do you still show up as null null? Yes, you do. All right. Nothing. This is also off the camera. Um, so if we increase the zoom by 2 and 2, maybe. Oh, I think I just made it wider. No, how do I increase that? This is limited. Alright, let's not worry about that. Let's keep our eyes on the main thing, which is the collision and detection. So all of this is basically everything that else we have, but there's something wrong here, right? Because when we run it, again, Gilda, now no Gilda at all. But when we were running in the physics function, of course, Gilda. But, don't care about that. I mean, I think this is all my code, or, so I'm just gonna, first of all, copy this, and get rid of all this, then take this, and paste it, then up here, take back what I had before, don't know if I'm even gonna be really utilizing that right now. But everything else is the same. All provided by. Right, it's all monitoring. Priority 1, maybe? Maybe that makes a difference. No. I mean, both of them are returning null. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, I'm not looking at the screen right now, it's because I'm getting them too early. Um, or perhaps I need to create an instance of it. Preload function, load resource.